Everybody, what's going on? I am Gregg Sussman, joined today by Mattek of SportsGrid, who's here to break down his favorites this week on the PGA Tour. And this is a star-studded group this week here, Davis.
Yeah, every time that we have the WGCs, it brings out the absolute best and the brightest, and that is reflected in the numbers that we are getting this week, because these are basically it really is going to be the deepest that you get some of these guys that we're going to be betting, all year long, more or less.
Yeah, I mean, right around the majors, right? Like these are the type of guys that you're going for. And looking at this list, starting at the beginning, you're going with Rory Mcilroy, who's plus 1,600 this week, 16-1 at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Rory is your guy. Why are you in on him?
So at the Workday Championship at the concession, they have not played at this golf course before, and pretty much anytime these guys head to a resort golf course or a golf course that we think is going to play a little bit more open. Now they probably will make it a little bit more difficult because it is a WGC. I'm looking here at the odds that we have on the FanDuel Sportsbook, and I'm going, okay, we have our usual names at the top. But being able to get Rory in the double digits, I mean, there's been times when Dustin Johnson and Rory have both traded for events at under, 8-1. We've had one at 6-1, one at 8-1. I continue to think that Rory, I think he is the second best golfer in the world. I do think that Dustin is clearly better than him, but I just continue to want to buy Rory being the best tee to green player in the world, even if he's not quite as strong of a putter as Dustin Johnson is.
All right, while Rory McIlroy maybe not be Dustin Johnson, he's still one of the best players in the world, as you described. The fact that you're getting him here at a double-digit number, 16-1, just seems ridiculous. Rory here at the WGC, as good a chance certainly as anybody to take home the victory. McIlroy, a lock for the FanDuel card this week. And while Rory is certainly one of the best players in the world, perhaps the strongest player in the world is Bryson Deschambeau. Bryson is 20-1 this week at the FanDuel Sportsbook. I think we talked about Bryson last week or the week before. But why is this course good for what he does best?
So basically, for Bryson, any golf course that is going to take out some of the things that he can't do, or at least can't do as well as, other super top tier golfers. So we're talking about, courses with lots of trees, courses with lots of water, courses where you're going to have to be, really tricky with your short game. That, we're not taking Bryson at Harbor Town, right? We want him in really strong fields. But more importantly, I think with the way his game is right now, you are going to kind of want him at 20-1, 25-1, because I don't think he is playing his absolute best golf right now. Miscut at the Genesis Invitational. And I continue to just be a long-term believer in Bryson and, his approach to the game of golf. So at 20-1, I know it's a strong field. I know that if he doesn't win here or has another poor showing, his numbers are going to get deeper. But I am buying this small dip in Bryson prices right now.
Hashtag buy the dip. That's what you have to do right now. And Bryson is another example of that. We expect him to play well here this week. Given his length, you're always going to be interested in Bryson DeChambeau. 20-1 at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Worth taking a shot on here this weekend. One final player to get to, and it's the oldest player on the board here this week. It's Adam Scott, who's 50-1. And while Adam Scott may not be the same player he was 10, 15 years ago, he obviously has had a lot of success in the past. Why this week, though, is Adam Scott on your radar?
So this is something that I've talked about before when doing these shows, but I like to place guys in buckets, right? And Adam Scott, to me, even though, he's getting a little bit older, he is down to 22nd in the official world golf rankings, has been the number one before. I continue to think of Adam Scott as being in that long off the tee, really strong long irons, obviously not the best putter, and, kind of putting him in that same bucket with Rory, with Bryson, with Victor Hovland, kind of guys like that. And so at a golf course where I don't expect guys to, get into too much trouble, and I think that it's going to be more about their long irons and things like that. I think that, just buying Adam Scott at 50-1. I mean, we have Scotty Scheffler at 41-1, Tommy Fleetwood at 41-1, and I just would rather. Adam Scott is the same number as Matthew Fitzpatrick, and no disrespect to Matthew Fitzpatrick, but Adam Scott is just a better golfer than all of these guys that he's priced around and has more win equity.
Like you said, Adam Scott is 22nd in the world right now, no longer number one. But when you're in this bucket of being able to hit the ball really down the fairway and figure it out on the green with Bryson, with Rory, with Victor Hovland, who we talked about in the same bucket a couple of weeks ago, that's what you want to do. And getting this number here at 50-1, it just seems too big. Like you said, some of the other names here just aren't expected to play nearly as well as we expect Adam Scott to be this week. So get Scott here 50-1. It's a long shot for Adam Scott, who's just better than that number. Get in on Adam Scott here this week. There you have it. Those are the picks this week over at the FanDuel Sportsbook. I am excited, Davis. Let's get a winner here.
Let's get a winner, and let's just hope to get Bryson back on the right track. I want to see my friend Bryson do well. That's my biggest hope this week.
Your friend Bryson Deschambeau do well. Let's see what he can do. For Davis Mattek, I'm Gregg Sussman. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the tournament this weekend, and we'll see you back here next time for another edition of the FanDuel Hurry Up.